introduce our third speaker for today, Lorraine Haataia. Lorraine has been a faithful Toastmaster since 2003, but since she's been a member of the CCC even longer, today Lorraine is here to tell us about the CCC.
I have a friend who lives up in Jacksonville, and when you walk into her living room, the first thing you see are Rottweilers on the couch, Rottweilers on the floor, Rottweilers protected in the kitchen by a child safety gate. And if you look out in her backyard, guess what you see? Rottweilers. So I said to my friend, some of you know I'm working on a book about collecting. So I say to my friend, Peggy, what do you collect? She says, I don't collect anything. I said, Peggy, how many Rottweilers do you have? I had 28, but I lost 2 of them in the past few months. I said, Peggy, you have rescued 26 Rottweilers, and you tell me you collect nothing? Fellow collectors and honored guests, I'm here to tell you today about the CCC. I have been a faithful member for many, many years. For some people, it's very difficult to get in the club, but for me, it was very easy. You see, my grandmother was a very faithful member of the CCC. At Grandma's house, the windows were lined with plants. The kitchen table, the kitchen counters were lined with dishes and vases and books and magazines and who knows what. In the bedrooms, the beds were piled up with pillows, and not stuffed animals, but real cats and dogs. She always had cats and dogs. The floors were piled up with books and papers and plants and who knows what. For me as a child, it was like going to a museum to go to my grandmother's house. I would look around, and a lot of times I'd find something I liked. Say, Grandma, may I have this? She said, yeah, honey, you can take that home with you. When I wasn't at my grandmother's house, guess what we were out doing? She taught me to go to thrift shops, flea markets, and antique stores. She would find something special. Oh, I know your auntie would like that. It could be a gravy dish, a candy dish, a nut dish. I think I need to take it home. And so we'd go home and we'd push some stuff aside and we'd put the new stuff in the front. I said to my grandmother one time, Grandma, why do you collect all this stuff? She says, honey, I don't collect anything. I just have stuff that I haven't given away yet. These are all gifts for people. I have another friend, Barbara, here in St. Augustine. I met her at her thrift shop. Some of you may have been there. You go into Barbara's shop, and you walk in. There are white cupboards, floor to ceiling, painted white, teacups, antiques, floor to ceiling. There are boxes on the floor. You have to be really careful when you walk around in there. I say to Barbara, why do you collect antique cups and all these antique china? I don't collect anything, Barbara said. I just buy stuff so I can have inventory to sell. Some of you may have heard of the AAA, the American Automobile Association, and some of you have probably heard of the Better Business Bureau. Some of you may even be employees of businesses who are members, or maybe you have a business that's a member. But I am a member of the CCC, and you might be too. I love books. I have little books. I have books with leather covers. I have books for bookworms. I have books for people who love books. Bibliophiles. I have books about how to write books. I have books about how to publish books. I have books about how to learn Chinese. I don't want to learn Chinese. But look at this. Isn't that cool? Little half pages mixed in with the full pages. I have a book called The Nothing Book. It's totally empty. Isn't that cool? I have book covers. I have flip books. Oh, books. Oh. Oh. I have sensual books that are soft. That soft cover. Nice and soft. I have books about rare books. I have books about how to live with books. I have books about how to decorate with books. I have plates with books. I'm here to admit to you today that I am a member of the Compulsive Collectors Club. But you too can be free from your denial. You no longer have to say to people, no, I don't collect anything. You can freely admit to the world what you love and collect. So please join me today in the Compulsive Collectors Club.